In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to actually obtain every single piece of coral in Minecraft. And I'm going to be showing you guys all the ways and how to actually use all of them. So let's get into it. So starting off, there are actually 30 types of different coral. And that is including all the dead versions. Now, as you can see, there's 5 main colors: blue, pink, purple, red, and yellow. And these can be seen throughout all different types of coral. As you can see, these are all different models and different colors. And the dead ones have the same texture, besides it's not the same color. As you can see, it's just grayscale. And that can be used for a lot. But how do you actually obtain coral? Now there are a couple of ways to actually do this. So if we break open this wall, just like so, there are 4 different ways. So the first way is a wandering trader. Now the wandering trader will only sell you coral blocks, so all 5 types of coral blocks he will sell you. And he'll sell you them at 3 emeralds each. But obviously with wandering traders they have random trades, so it's just going to be a random piece of coral, and it's not even confirmed whether or not you'll get a coral from every single wandering trader. But they sell them at 3 emeralds a piece, which is pretty cheap. And you can get 1 coral block from that. But as you can see, if we move on, there are many other ways that are much better of obtaining coral. Now the next way to actually get the block is by using a Silk Touch pickaxe. And this only works for the pickaxe to get the block. So as you can see, if we actually go to a warm ocean biome and find a coral reef, we can actually just mine these blocks with a pickaxe, and we will obtain them without them changing colors. As you can see, we obtain this. We can also obtain these little corals as well. And any block this can actually work for. Just make sure you have Silk Touch on a pickaxe. And you can tell that you're in a warm ocean biome by obviously the lighter color change. And if you click F3, you can actually see what biome you're in the middle left. As you can see, it says biome warm_ocean. The next way is only for these little coral pieces. Now this, you just use anything that is Silk Touch, like a pickaxe, an axe, a shovel, or a hoe. Anything that you can actually put Silk Touch on. Now as you can see, I can go over here, break this one with a pickaxe, break this one with a hoe, break this with a shovel, and break this with an axe. As you can see, I got all those pieces by using every single tool. And obviously this can work for anything that can have Silk Touch on it. And the last way to actually obtain coral is by using TNT. Now this will only actually obtain you the dead coral blocks, but it still actually works. So as you can see, if we grab some TNT, and let's head over to the warm ocean biome. Now if you're actually trying to obtain it the natural way in this biome, you're actually gonna need sponges. Now whether or not you want to actually contain it or just place it down right when the TNT is about to explode is up to you. But as you can see, if we find a coral block just like this, preferably really close to the surface so that sponges work way better. So if we find something like this, place the redstone block down like over here, then place the TNT, and we wait for a little, and then we spam the sponges. And as you can see, it dropped 2 coral blocks from the 2 blocks it has broken. Now obviously you can get more by placing it like something like this, but then that would require a lot more sponges and a lot better timing. But as you can see, we did it and we got 11 coral blocks. But this also works with coral above ground much better. So if you have a block of coral just like so, and let's place some more so that's fresh. And as you can see, we only will get the dead coral, but we will get the coral back. Just remember, if you're doing this, you will only get the dead coral, and it takes a lot of work. But now we're going on to how to actually use the coral. Now you may think that's pretty obvious, just put it down in your world randomly just like so, and it will be fine. But as you can see, within 5 seconds, they all start to deteriorate into this gray block. Now this is obviously bad and not what you want. What you're gonna want is something vibrant like this, unless you actually do want the gray style, which can be used for some building techniques. But let's say you wanted these styles. Well, let's get on to how to actually do that. So as you can see over here, I provided 3 ways to do this. So the first way is actually covering it all in water. Whether this be in an aquarium, or just a little underwater spot in your base, or to add variety to the ocean that is near your house, you can actually do something like that. But be aware, if it's in an aquarium or something like this, the piece that is not touching any water and is covered by these blocks will be dead. So just be aware of that it has to be touching at least one water source. But moving on is to the next solution. Now this solution is obviously not the best, but you can actually do this. So if you actually put a water below a coral block, it will actually stay there and stay fresh. Now if you wanted to, you could obviously hide this up by breaking a little hole into the ground, placing water, and then placing the coral. And it will just stay there and be fine. But if you actually want to be using this in more building stuff and actually make it look really good, then we got this for you. Now this is actually the way of waterlogging a slab and putting anything on it. Now this works for both coral and coral pieces, just like so. So as you can see, it can work for any type of slab as long as it's waterlogged. And you just waterlog a slab by just having a slab just like so, and then placing water on it. And it will put it under the slab. Now obviously this will require you to have water under it, but it's actually great for hiding stuff since most things can actually be turned into slabs. But this is by far the best way. Now I'm gonna move on to some examples that actually you can make with coral. Now here is the first one. You can actually use the horn coral block to actually make it look like hay and an egg is laying on there. And this works best with a chicken around. Now you can put whatever around it, and I just did something like so, which looks pretty cool. And I did this by adding water under that slab, and it blends in. So I put the item frame first, and then the egg, then the coral block. And as you can see, it looks great. So that is a really cool thing to do. Building off that idea, you can actually use the dead coral as plates. As you can see, I built a little table here, and it has these dead coral as plates with food on top of it. As you can see, you don't even need water under these as they are dead. So you can just place them down and it will look great as casual plates. Now you can obviously do this with any of these, but I think this one looks the best as a plate. As for these coral blocks, I recommend them to use as flooring or water parts of your base, or to just put around an ocean or a lake that is nearby. But anyways, that's the end of this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.